Hi Leo, welcome to your weekly reading. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We'll be taking a look into the week ahead to see what messages need to come through for you guys, get some insight, wisdom, guidance, and overall see what's going on for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the next 7 days. What do they need to know? Any insight, wisdom, guidance into the week ahead for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Show me clearly, please. We got trust the niggle. Oh, and break the chain. All right, so interesting energy we have out here. Let's talk about it. So, trust the niggle. What is that niggling feeling trying to tell you? So your intuition is picking up on some sort of vibe, some sort of feeling about a situation, about a person. You really need to pay attention to that, okay? Do not second guess yourself. Have full fucking trust, okay? And when you have that kind of trust, it allows you to actually break some sort of pattern, right? Maybe in the past you really struggled with accepting your intuition or trusting your intuition or like really paying attention to what your instincts are telling you. You know better now though, Leo. You fucking know. You've gone through those experiences, you've gone through those lessons, and so moving forward, you know better, and you're gonna react differently, and you're gonna really pay attention to what your intuition's telling you, especially like, let's just use relationships for example. You're getting to know someone, maybe it's like a first date, second date, and something just feels off. Now maybe in the past you used to kind of like trick yourself and be like, no, I'm just overthinking it, I'm just nervous, these are just nerves, or I'm being too picky, or I'm being too closed off, or, you know, things like that. Maybe my standards are too high, and so you let those little red flags slide. And where did that get you? You look back at those experiences, you're like, fuck, I knew it. I should have paid attention to my instincts. I should have paid attention to what I was feeling. I knew something felt off. You know better now. And so for the week ahead, you're really needing to pay attention to what your gut is telling you. And when you pay attention to that, it helps you steer clear of those situations, those cycles that you've been finding yourself in, and you're rewriting your future. Very interesting, very healing. Really need to pay attention to what that feeling inside of you is telling you, okay? So pay attention to that. That is just like that's the first message we got going on for the week ahead. What other messages do we have for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the next 7 days? Any insight, wisdom, guidance for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the next 7 days? What's going on for Leo for this upcoming week? Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What's going on? What do they need to know? Any insight, wisdom, guidance for Leo? Whoa, okay. We have the deer coming out. Something is growing. I like to see that. It's a very, very positive energy. It's very like fertility and growth and even healing as well as celebration. The oyster and the cosmic egg. Okay, you guys are really needing to open up. Open up as well. We also have the hummingbird at the bottom of the deck. Make sure that you are putting yourself as that first priority and, you know, focusing on the things that replenish you and uplift you and keep you centered, okay? Just something to keep in mind. Because I do see that you have been going through a lot of changes, especially internally. You've been doing a lot of healing, overcoming blockages, restrictions, self-limiting beliefs. And you guys are really learning to step out of your own way and to trust yourselves more and to stay true to you. This is the energy of you guys being your most authentic self. And this is also the energy of a major cycle completing itself. You may have Taurus in your chart because the Break Your Chain came out in Taurus's reading for the week ahead. So if you're dealing with a Taurus, or maybe you have any strong personal placements in Taurus in your natal chart, you may want to listen to their reading. I can't really remember what it was about, but I just remember that there's a couple cards that came through with similar messages. But yeah, so the cosmic egg literally represents like a completion of a cycle and evolution, as well as ascending to a higher level, okay? So your soul is ascending to a higher level. You've learned major lessons and you're ready for the next step. So I like to see that. And it's really challenging you to open the fuck up with the oyster coming out here, right? Oysters, they have their beautiful pearls on the inside, but they have this protection around them. So you're very much protecting yourself, protecting your energy, protecting your gifts, and even your vulnerability, your emotions. Maybe you're really keeping your feelings to yourself, your emotions to yourself. Maybe you feel very closed off, or like even towards yourself, you are closed off to like diving deep into your feelings about a situation or about a person. Right? Maybe you're trying to like disconnect from that, but it's like, no, like you really need to honor that this week ahead, as well as like opening up to those around you. Vulnerability can be scary, but it is such a strength. And this can also talk about opening up about your gifts and putting yourself out there for the world to see. Right? There could be the fears, the hesitations of what if I'm not good enough, or what are people going to think, right? Really getting in your own way because the fear of other people's judgment. What if my pearl is not big enough? What if my pearl is not the right color, or the right this or the right that? Like, I want to make sure that whatever I put out into, you know, my business, online, whatever, in a relationship, I want to make sure that it is 100% perfect, but there's no such thing as perfect. So for my perfectionists out there who are listening to this and you're like, no, it's not perfect. I can't release this. I can't put it out there. It's not, I don't like it. Like, stop being, you gotta get on your own, you gotta get out of your own way. Okay. Stop being such a perfectionist. I respect that. Like, I really fucking do, right? I totally respect the grind and the hustle and the consistency and the dedication to like get it right. But there is no such thing as perfect. And honestly, if you've been kind of sitting on something, if you've been just kind of like holding something back, wanting to do something, wanting to put something out there, or wanting to put your heart out there, or like literally like anything, but you've been holding yourself back because of your fears, thinking that you're not ready, or thinking that it's not good enough, or you know, those kinds of thoughts, fuck it. It's time to change that. It's time to unleash your power. It's time to unleash your creativity. It's time to unleash your authenticity. It's time to fucking go for it. All right? No more keeping yourself closed back. No more holding yourself back from, you know, your truest fucking potential, Leo. Okay? It's time to go. Okay? Even when we look at the cosmic egg, right? The snake, he is so like wrapped around this egg, saying like, this is my egg. Like, I don't want to share it with nobody. I don't want to like put myself out there. What if I lose it? What if someone steals it? Or, you know, that's kind of like controlling in a way. Anyways, whatever. The deer is a very celebratory energy. This is talking about how something's been in the works, been in the progress for some time now. Kind of reminds me of the Empress. It's very earthy, very grounded, very much patient. You've been very patient with yourself on this journey, and you know, you're taking baby steps, but there is something that is worth celebrating coming up very soon, if not this week, very, very soon. But, you know, I feel like there's a lot of positive shit going on around you, and it feels really good. You know, this is the energy to be patient, gentle, and even kind, considerate to others as well as yourself, most importantly. Yeah, and maybe you're needing to have more compassion in a situation, okay? This is also represents of like a motherly figure, or like a motherly energy, or like a protective kind of energy. So, and like I said, there is this energy of protection around you, even spiritual protection. So I do also have to throw out there, like, there could be like a mother figure, or like a grandmother, or like some kind of energy that is that kind of feel. There could be that energy that's around you or watching over you. So I just had to pass that on, you guys. But it feels very nice. I like it so far. I like this week ahead. Really trust that inner feeling that you have. Pay attention to the intuition. You are breaking some sort of pattern. You're being asked to really step out of your comfort zone, open the fuck up, share your gifts with the world, stop holding yourself back, being your worst critic. You have so much to share, so much to offer, and the only thing that's stopping you is yourself, okay? So let's post some messages for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week ahead, the next 7 days. What's going on for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the next week. What are the messages my Leos need to know for the week coming up? Any messages for Leo? This will be the last shuffle because the deck does not really want to shuffle anymore. All right. Any messages for Leo? We have the Hierophant, something about a commitment being brought up. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, Six of Pentacles. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords, Four of Pentacles, and the Fool reverse, as well as the Six of Wands and the Three of Swords. Okay. We'll do a little bit of clarifying. Nothing too crazy, though, because these are just your weekly check-ins, so nothing too crazy. All right, so you're very serious about some sort of commitment in your life. You're very determined what you set your mind to. Like, you're following through with solid effort, solid, consistent effort, right? You're very determined to get to some sort of goal, some sort of, like, destination, right? We have the Hierophant out here. I'm ready to love and learn. This tying in with that cycle that you are working through / completing, and you're moving towards this next level. So I feel like you're moving up to the next level of commitment in some sort of way, whether this is in a relationship, whether this is towards yourself, some sort of goal, something you are committing to this week, but it's on a higher level of commitment. So, like, let's just say that you've been really working on, you know, the grind, your business, your health, whatever, relationship. This next week is where you're gonna have to turn it up a notch. Just, you know, turn it up a notch. Show up a little bit stronger, put in just a little bit more effort, a little bit more consistency, just a little bit more dedication, and as well as removing those blockages, or like I said, how some of you could be getting in your own way, or like you're afraid. Just kind of like let go a little bit, okay? I am sensing here with the King of Swords and the Four of Pentacles, you could be holding on very tightly to, like, it has to be this one fucking way. Now, you guys are a fixed sign. You guys like your things in a certain way, you plan a certain way, like, you know, you kind of have like a fixed perspective on like what you want for yourself. But I feel like, you know, the week ahead to remain a flexible outcome, okay? Because with this King of Swords to the Four of Pentacles, it's like you guys are being, I want to say, a little stubborn, okay? Just a little bit. No tea, no shade. You definitely have that determination within you, but it's almost like you could be overlooking something, or something like the fact that you're holding on to like some sort of expectation on yourself or on a situation or a person. It is, you're missing the whole point, or you're missing something here. We have the Fool reversed, indicating that something's been delayed, or either something's been delayed, or this is talking about a beginning that like you're not interested in, or like something hasn't yet taken off the ground. And then we have the Six of Wands and the Three of Swords. So what could this be talking about? For some, all right, let's talk about relationships for a second, because we got a lot of messages coming through. I'm just trying to translate it all. So let's kind of change the topic a little bit. Let's talk about relationships. So you guys may be out, for my singles, you might be out in the dating scene, you know, putting your toes in the water, testing out the waters, going out and about, meeting new people, right? And that's another thing. It's like, if you're doing that, trust your gut, trust your instincts, trust that little niggling feeling you got inside, okay? If something feels off, pay attention to that. If something feels great, pay attention to that feeling, okay? But with the Six of Wands, you might have a lot of pursuers, a lot of eyes on you, a lot of attention. And so let's go to, like, perhaps a relationship, a commitment. I don't know if you're necessarily ready to settle down. We do have the Hierophant indicating some sort of relationship, or not a relationship, sorry, commitment. We're talking about relationships. So there could be a commitment in some sort of relationship, but it's like you may have a lot of offers and you're really just kind of feeling your way through, and you're not really sure if you're wanting to commit. Another thing that I'm seeing when it comes to love sector, if you have recently gone through some sort of heartbreak, whether this was like a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, for some even a couple years ago, right? There's still some sort of heartache that you are going through. There is still healing that's needing to take place. And that could also be part of why you're not so ready to settle down just yet. That's for some groups, okay? Right? Even with the Nine of Wands, sometimes the Nine of Wands can indicate like being on the defense, having your guard up, having your walls up, not quite ready to let people in, right? Or, you know, that kind of energy of like, I don't need nobody else, I'm solo dolo, right? I don't need a man, I don't need a woman kind of energy. And then even with that King of Swords to the Four of Pentacles, being like kind of closed off and like set in your own ways, Leo. So I'm just picking up on that energy as well. So there's like a lot of different messages coming out here. It does look like, we go back to, you know, your connections, your friendships, your relationships, romance. It does look like there is equal give and take. Six of Pentacles. I do see that there is like effort on both sides. So if you are out mingling, or if you're even in a commitment, different group, right? So many different groups we're talking to. Please bear with me. It does look like there is a nice mutual give and receive. I like that. It feels pretty good. Feels very harmonious. Feels like something you can rely on. Something that is slowly growing with time, right? Seven of Pentacles with the Hierophant. So this is like, a commitment that grows with time. It gets stronger. The foundation's being built. It's taking effort on both sides, but it's working out. So there's a lot of different ways we can look at this. We can also see that this is regarding, your career, your finances, some sort of goal, personal goal about yourself, your wealth, your health, your wellness, right? Something that you've been committing to. You're very determined to get there. Maybe you've been fixing your own ways or being very, very stubborn with yourself, or you have these certain expectations you have on yourself, and you're like, if I don't reach this goal by this day, if I don't lose this much weight by this day, then I'm fucking a failure. Like, you're being very critical on yourself. Like, that could be something, if you're trying to grow your business. If I don't get like 10 sales by the end of the week, or 20 sales by the end of the week, or whatever the fuck, then I'm a failure. I'm gonna quit. Or just putting unrealistic expectations on yourself, and then like shooting so fucking high that you've missed by just this much. You feel fucking disappointed within yourself, and that's not fair. That's not okay, and that ends up just kind of creating again that block. So yeah, you got to see some things as they are, and trust your ability to make like a strategic decision. You might be having to make some sort of logical decision about something. There also could be something that you're holding on to. You guys, there's so many fucking messages. This is why I'm like, we might not do a lot of clarifying in these weekly reads, just because there's a lot to cover here. So the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. You could be holding on to some sort of heartbreak that you went through, or something that ended, or something that didn't work out in your favor. You could be trying to distract yourself too, Six of Wands, whether that's with work, with people, going out, partying, celebrations, and keeping yourself kind of closed off from actually looking at whatever this wound is. So you guys, use your discernment. There's a lot of shoes that I'm throwing at you, and not all these shoes are going to fit you, okay? We got lots of different sizes, shapes, and colors, okay? So what do we need to look into? We'll take a look into the Fool Reverse and the Hierophant, okay? All right, sounds good. Great. So yeah, let's take a look into this Fool Reverse. Now that is Aries energy as well as Aquarius, and then we also have Taurus coming out with the Hierophant and Aquarius energy. Then we have Earth and Fire. So yeah, those are the zodiac signs we have out here. Talk about the Fool Reverse for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the week ahead. What do my Leos need to know? Any insight, wisdom, guidance regarding this Fool Reverse? Alright, talk about the Fool Reverse. We have the Ten of Cups along with the Eight of Swords Reverse. Tell me about the Fool Reverse for Leo. Alright, Seven of Swords. You found out someone was up to no. That's probably relating to this Three of Swords. Okay. That's probably what you're holding on to. Maybe that's why your defenses are up. Because you... Oh, Devil Reverse. Yeah, okay. Because you were in a situation... Justice at the bottom. Okay. We have Capricorn energy, by the way, as well as Libra out here. So let me get this straight. So clarifying the Fool Reverse. I'm picking up this is talking about some sort of ending, or something that didn't work out, or something that wasn't successful you had hoped for. Something that you could be holding on to, probably relating to this Three of Swords, this hurt, this heartbreak that you're still holding on to, and that's the reason why your defenses are up, or that's the reason why you haven't fully been able to open yourself up. So we have the Ten of Cups indicating that you were in a really happy place, you were in this nice partnership, it was very uplifting, it was good vibes. Something about this, though, we have the Devil Reverse indicating, okay, you freed yourself from some sort of toxicity. So there is some sort of toxic environment or something, or, it could have been a group of people or a relationship of some sort, but definitely at least two or more people involved. Something about this foundation was not healthy, okay? There's a lot of negative energy involved. There's a lot of, it felt very draining. That's what I'll say. The Devil reverse indicating that you are freeing yourself from this toxicity or this negative impact that it had on you. But it's still kind of there. Now, it's probably something that you're still holding on to or some healing that needs to take place. We have the Eight of Swords reverse that shows me that you see the reality of the situation. You see the reality of this foundation, of this relationship. You recognize it, that there was something toxic about it. And you may have also found out or seen the truth about someone's intentions, or someone maybe was playing games or manipulating you or lying to you. Or hell, you could have been dealing with a narcissist, okay? Situations like that just were not good for you. And maybe you also noticed that being around that kind of energy was impacting you in other areas of your life, your career, regarding your goals, things like that. You may have noticed that energy was like, it's like a bad apple, right? You have one bad apple in a basket of other apples. That one bad apple, it's gonna rotten the rest, right? So that's kind of the energy I feel. It's like you dealt with a bad apple, and either you got to get rid of it still, or you've recently gotten rid of it, but like there's still that lasting effect. There's a lasting effect for some reason, because there's a cycle that's still working through, closing out. You're still needing to break some sort of chain. There's still healing needing to take place. And there's also like you guys rewriting the future. You can continue on this cycle and ending up in the same situations, attracting the same situations because you're not ready yet, or the cosmic egg, this is completion of a cycle. It really comes down to your free will and the action that you take. So at the bottom of the deck, we do have Justice, Strength, and the Nine of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. You've got major clarity, all right? New perspective, new mindset. You guys really focusing on, yourself, your independence, your own happiness that comes from within, your own joy that comes from within. Really just doing things that uplift you, make you feel good about yourself, make you feel confident within yourself. It's requiring you a lot of strength, but it looks like you're finally getting back your balance here with Justice, okay? So Leo energy, you're coming through here, as well as Libra, and even with the Hierophant. You've learned lots of lessons from this experience. It's going to take a little bit of time, especially if this is something that happened to you recently, or the wound is still very fresh. You're not going to be able to just snap your fingers and let it go. It's easier said than done, especially whatever it is that has happened in that situation. It's going to take a little bit of time to get over. But like I said, with consistent effort and, focusing on keeping your balance, focusing on replenishing yourself, taking good care of yourself, you'll be just fine, and you'll be breaking this pattern for sure, okay? Just some things to keep in mind. Let me just take a look into the Hierophant before we wrap this up. Anything to add to the Hierophant for Taurus, Sun, Rising, Venus? Got the Hierophant for... Did I say Taurus? I feel like I said Taurus. Did I say Taurus? I might have. If I didn't, I heard it. But I think I called you guys Taurus. So sorry. Got the Hierophant for Leo. The King of Swords, double confirmation. Got the Hierophant for Leo. Ten of Wands reversed, and the Prince, I was going to say Page. The Prince of Pentacles. And give me one more for the Hierophant for Leo for the week ahead. Eight of Cups. All right, congrats. So you are slowly moving away. You are slowly letting go of these burdens, these blockages, the things that you've been holding on to, right? The Four of Pentacles, that Three of Swords. It's a process, right? But every single day that goes by, every single step that you take, it gets easier and easier and easier, and you're able to lighten the load. All right. Excuse me, I'm getting very congested, so my apologies. Like I said, we already had the King of Swords come out, so double confirmation here. But yeah, you're very determined to walk away from this, to leave this behind, leave this in the past, and you're taking baby steps, right? Prince of Pentacles with the Eight of Cups, you're slowly leaving this behind. It's slowly, I want to say fading away, fading out of your life, fading out these problems, these issues, these pains, these hurts, these wounds, these burdens, slowly but surely fading out, okay? It's like a nice, slow transition. transition. It's not just like harsh, abrupt. This is like a whole process that you're going through, but it's happening. And you can start, I feel like this week ahead, you're going to see a lot of progress in this. You're going to see how much you've grown, how much you've changed, how much you've learned, and how much it's gotten easier. So Leo, it looks, wow, getting tongue-tied. It looks good for the week ahead. It looks like, you know, whatever these burdens are, whatever it is that you've been holding on to, you're slowly laying this to rest. It's slowly getting easier. It's slowly leaving your life. Okay? So keep it up. Be patient with yourself. You know, put your art, for some, your art. I want to say your work. I said art. Put your stuff out there for the world to see. Put your heart out there if you want. When the time is right, when you feel ready for it, of course, move at your own speed, move at your own pace. It does look like you guys are breaking some sort of pattern, even ancestral patterns. There's a lot of healing taking place. There's a lot of protection around you. Yeah. All right. So we're going to leave your reading here. I hope you found this helpful and insightful. If you did, let me know in the comments below. If you want to follow me over on my other social media, I do have Instagram and TikTok, both at Jadestone Tarot, so you can find me over there, and I will let you go. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.